that, let me start. Okay, so can you see my screen? Yeah, just confirm me whether whether my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's get started. So the topic for today's session is the tools and tips for the writing a review and research article and thesis. So basically, in today's session, we are going to more focus on the the whatever the different tools which is mainly used for the writing for the review and research article, included thesis as well. So the more of the student are aware about what is the review and research article. So that's why I'm going to, conduct this very superficially, what is about the review and research article. So basically review is nothing but the critical constructive analysis of the literature in a specific field through a summary of classification and analysis comparison. A succinct review of the specific topic that provide a sufficient and in-depth interpretation and synthesis of the published work. So we are aware about that. What is the review article that which provide the summarized information of the all the the data which is already published or different books and different the article which is already available into the different source of whether it should be internet or it should be related to the any journal or any offline books as well. So we are just going to review that and we are going to rewrite those all the content in our language. So in case of research article, it's an original research that we are going to conduct in the we are going to provide in all the new knowledge and the new information about that particular topic that we have selected at the initial stage for to conduct any research onto the particular topic. So in case of review, to provide the comprehensive foundation on the topic, in the review that contains all the comprehensive information of the all the the information that we are going to include in the article. The second is the to explain the current state of knowledge. So whatever the current information that going to the available or the published or to whatever the recent study it has been done on to the particular topic that that we are also going to include in our topic. Third one is to identify the gaps in existing studies for the potential future research. So that is also a part of some of the review that we are going to, identify some gaps between some existing studies and, the current state of or the future perspective that it should be, the possible future conclusion for that. The fourth one is the to highlight the main methodologies and the research techniques. So yeah, definitely. So we are going to also include. So it should be depending on the topic that you have selected for your review. So, but we are going to obviously we are going to add all the methodologies and the research technique that should be required for your review article. Okay, so the next slide is so the what are those elements and the point that we need to cover into the review and research articles. So I have added this, both the review and research articles. So some of the points should be different for the research article. Yeah, I know. So we will explain that in between. So the first element is for the title. So your title it should be the 8 to 12 words and which will be helping the reader to decide whether they should read and text or not. Maybe your title which will highlight your the all the data and or whatever the content that you added into your research and review article. So list of the authors. So this and the ownership of the work or who has been done this particular the work. So that is nothing but the list of author. That is also distinguishing to the further past like main author and the co-authors. So that is the main important. So mainly all the students may be aware about this. So next part is the abstract. So basically abstract that inform about the main objective and the result of review and research articles. So abstract is the one of the the things that provides you the detail, not detail, but in the short description about all the uh, uh, the study that you have conducted. Like you need to cover the short introduction, the reason behind why you have selected these studies or the problem statement regarding these, also the methodologies and the methods and method that you have conducted, your result, conclusion, and the future perspective that you need to also cover into that. So the limit for usually we are limit for the 200 to 250 words for the abstract that we need to include in our review and research article. So the next point is the introduction. So introduction is provide you all the information about the contents and indicate that the motivation for the review, defines the focus and the research question, and explain the text of structure. So it should be vary depending on the topic that you have selected for your research and the review article accordingly that you need to uh, include your introduction. You can also add the more point like the problem statement behind selection of that particular topic, and accordingly you can give the weightage for the introduction that you wanted to include in your article. So that is the thing about the introduction. Then the main part is the body, the main part of the review and research article that you need to include all the parts. So I merged this all the review and research articles. Accordingly, you can separate out like in materials and method is basically in the research article that what are the materials and method that you have selected to conduct a particular research. So it is also varies depending on the subjective line. It should be regarding to the formulation in the pharmacognosy and the different pharmacology. So it should be vary. So this is the main the part that you need to include in your research article. Then the methodological approaches, model and theories. So as per your topic that you have selected, then the extent support for the given thesis, studies that agree with another versus studies that disagree. So it's a part of review article that you can do the comparison. That is the the current studies, and like we can agree or disagree. The comparison that we can include in our review articles. So the chronological order, geographical location. So it is not like permanently that we need to include this part, but it should be varied depending on the topic that you have selected for your review article. So so the main body part that you need to include 70 to 90% of the core data into your research, your review and research article. So this is the main part of your review and research article. So I'm going to just I'm covering this superficially because more of the student is aware about this. So the next slide is the regarding the conclusion. So the conclusion, it should be very short, and it should be conclude all the your the research that you have conducted, and the review article that you have selected, and you need to conclude within very short paragraph, or we can say in the short sentence that you need to conclude all of this information. So the weightage for this, it should be on 5 to 10% of your core text. So the last part of the your review and research article is the reference and the citation. So it showed the interest to reader how to find out the literature in the text, and also for us whenever we are going to to prepare any manuscript, any research and the review article. So we need to give the citation or the references of the particular the journal and the article that we have read for initially for preparation of the manuscript. So basically there are many software that we are using for citation. That is nothing but the Mendeley. It is widely used, Zotero, and so this is also widely used. And whenever you are going to publish your article to the standard journal like Scopus, UGC Care, so this is an mandatory to use the citation by using this software. So this there are the multiple software will be there. So I personally recommend to the people to use this three software, which is the widely accepted by the many articles, and depending on the citation style that you wanted to do. So I am also going to demonstrate how to use this software, but so I have separately covered this software into the next slide. So let's discuss this, demonstrate about this into the next slide. So the next part after the preparation of the manuscript is a very important part about the part of the manuscript, that is the plagiarism. So why shouldn't I plagiarize? So what is plagiarism, that as per your understanding? So plagiarism is nothing but you are stealing some information from the different sources that is already available onto the internet, and so that is unappropriate or that really the crime we can say for the plagiarism. You cannot copy some another work that should be on copyright content under the Copyright Act. So plagiarism nothing but the stealing the information work belong to the someone else. We are just copying and paste that particular content to our articles, so that is not allowed as well at anyhow. Lying presenting authors work as your own. So if you see someone has done that particular research and you are going to just copy that content, you are or also you can presenting that at your that content is yours, that is also nothing but the plagiarism. So plagiarism is not about the word, so you can also include the images, some structures, or we can say any information that should be already published into the earlier articles, and without any permission from them you are directly adding this information to your current article. That is nothing but the plagiarism. So what have you learned? So that is nothing but, have you learned anything from this? Like if you're going to just copy paste, you are telling the information, so nothing should be learned about that particular content that you are added into your articles. So there is no opportunity to practice and improve the writing. So for writing an article is itself, you learn. You can improve your writing skill. You can you can also increase your vocabulary. So there is no opportunity if you are going to the copy or pasting some, or if you are stealing some information from the other resources or the other sources. So yeah, obviously there is no opportunity to practice and improve your writing. So this is about the plagiarism. So the next slide is about the how can I avoid the plagiarism. So this is a very important part. So how to avoid the plagiarism. So don't copy and paste from the website and retype something from the print sources. Print sources, you mean to say some books that is already published under the different publications. So that is also comes under the plagiarism. So don't use by someone else papers, paraphrasing and attributes and question the citation. So I personally recommend to the people to use the paraphrasing tool to remove the plagiarism. So if you're the copied the content from the other papers, and if you found that there will be plagiarized word and into the sentence or the paragraph in your article, and that you wanted to remove the plagiarism from your content, so I personally recommend you to use some paraphrasing tool that I'm going to demonstrate to into the next upcoming slide. So before that, we need to identify how to check the plagiarism. So there are mainly I have classified into the two files. That is the one by using some software, and secondly, there are some multiple tools available. The freely. Into the online sources. So the software which contain Turnitin, Authentic, Plagiarism Checker. So these are the software. Turnitin is mainly acceptable by the many organization, or we can say universities, that they are going to use this Turnitin software. Authenticate also, that is also university acceptable, and Plagiarism Checker. So in my case, I am generally using Plagiarism Checker, which is a paid software. So if you don't want to use this software, there will be also some of the software which is available online. So maybe some of the students are aware about this. The only drawback of this software is they had the limit itself. So only you can check the plagiarism for at 1000 word at a time. So this is one drawback, but let me tell you, this is a very great software, the freely available into the different sources. So these are the few links that I have been given over here to use. You just need to open that particular link and just paste your the paragraph or the plagiarized sentence. We can say not plagiarized, but whatever the manuscript that you have prepared, you need to split into the different parts, and you need to check with the software whether is there any plagiarism will be there or not. Okay, so nothing, that is nothing but to check the plagiarism. So I will show you how to check that as well into the whenever we are starting to demonstrate how to use those tools. Okay, so the next tool, so that is a very important part. So when you check plagiarism and you find out that there will be some word and the sentence or the paragraph that has been you know comes under the plagiarism, and it should be matched with some of the source which is already published, or the matched with the articles that are already published onto the different sources, so how to remove those, the plagiarism. So I personally recommend to people to use the paraphrasing tools or the sentence rewriter tools. So these tools help you to rewrite the content, or we can say they change similar word or replace the word with the similar word, so that they will help you. So let me demonstrate you how to do that. So I have taken one example where we can find out the plagiarism, or we can just rewrite this sentence. So if you see, like, just take example. So these are the paragraph which is into the plagiarism, and we need to remove the plagiarism from this particular sentence, from this from this paragraph. So let me tell you how to do that. So what I do, I just copy that particular paragraph, I just go to the uh, my browser, then I need to open the rewriters tools. Okay, so these are the few tools which is available. So there are three tools that I have included in my presentation. One of the rewriter tools, another one is the spin bot, and also there is one another which is called as a school bot. So I personally recommend to the people to use the rewriter tools only, because I have found there is a very great things with this rewriter tools, because it suggests you which word that you wanted to replace, and it's your choice to, if you wanted to replace that one, or if you wanted to do not wanted to replace that, you can skip that as well. So once you open that particular site, go to the paraphrasing tools. Once you click on the paraphrasing tools, just paste your paragraph on the sentence and click on start paraphrasing. So it took mainly few minutes to just rewrite, or you can say to do the paraphrase suggestion for your particular uh, the paragraph that you added into your article. So just wait for a few seconds. Okay. So if you see, there will be some color highlighted what will be there. So this software itself suggests you whatever the word that you can replace with the similar word. Like if you see, so we cannot change the population. So if you see, find is replaced with the discover. There's also some of the words. So if you see, difficulty is replaced with the concern. So we can replace with the problem as well. So this is how it works, and there will be one drawback with this software, that with this rewriting tools, that I wanted to show that as well. So if you see, sometimes what happens, these tools will replace some word. Like if you see, this site will be replaced with the website. So this is nothing but the drawback with this software. So you need to keep this as it, as a site. So there are the multiple things that you need to check that project with this software. And let me tell you that this is very great software rewriting tool that you can use. So every word that you need to check whether you can use, so therefore it will be replaced with the consequently. So this is how software will suggest you, paraphrase you to how which the word that you can replace with the similar word. So if you see, the patient will be reflected with the affected person, so then you need to keep it as a patient. So somewhat that you need to keep it as a same, because the software is take the suggestion depending on the vocabulary or the content. So whenever we are our article, it should be related to the scientific. So they should it must be possible that so, these tools maybe replace those scientific word with the similar word, that should be possible. So every time you need to check that if there is any word that should be remains as it is, and if it has been replaced by this tool, so you need to again that change to the its original word. So this is how, once you check that all the content, just click on next. So if you see all the unique content, it has been generated. And when you check the plagiarism of this particular paragraph, so I'm sure that the plagiarism should be reduced as compared to the earlier that we have detected. So you just need to copy that and just paste in your article. So this is how we can remove that plagiarism by using this tool. There will be another one tools will be the Spinbot. So what the one thing that drawback I found with this Spinbot tools, let me show you what are those drawback. Second, so I can. So this is Spinbot software. So these tools having one disadvantages with there, because it will not give you the suggestion. It will directly rewrite all that particular content into the new one. So this is one disadvantages with the Spinbot. That's why I recommend people to use these tools only for removing the plagiarism. So this is really a great software. We can say the tools to remove the plagiarism from your articles and to generate the unique content. So that is one great advantage with this. So one more thing, that this is the one software that I'm using for to check the plagiarism. So it has there is no limit for me to be included 1000 word only, so I can include a whole article and whole thesis as well. So it will give me a report in PDF in Word file. So this is unpaid software, so I'm not going to demonstrate more and more on this particular point. So you can use these tools, that is the small SEO tool, duplicate checker and check plagiarism. So these are the some online sites which will be available, which will give you the detailed report about this this. So let me go next slide. So the next type of the next slide is the reference management software. So this is a very important point of today's presentation that I wanted to demonstrate all the people. So whenever you are going to publish your article to the all the the uh, all these corpus journal or the standard journal, so they as per their guidelines you need to do the citation as per the or by using the software, that is Mandeli, Zotero and Indo. So Mandeli is also installed with my system, but I'm going to demonstrate it to Zotero because I personally found Zotero is very useful for me. So I'm just going to demonstrate you how to use Zotero software. So once you install this software into the your system, so this is a very free of cost software. So you can just search on the Google, download Zotero. You can download and install it in your system. After installation, this is how your software will be look like, and there will be one. If you see at the your site, there will be one my library will be there. So you can create different folder whenever you are going to prepare any article with that. So to prepare any new folder, you can click on this will be a folder icon will be there. You can create new folder. So I already created one folder for today's demo lecture. So let me show you how to give the citation to the particular manuscript. So this is one example that I have been taken over here. So I will adding the citation will be in this manuscript, and let me show you. This is a very interesting software. If you learn this about this, and very sure that in future you can use this particular software. So so whenever you are going to adding citation to your manuscript, so there will be a two way that you can upload that. So what are those two criteria? Will be either you can upload the PDF, or the the document or any article that you have already been downloaded. So this is one software. This is one two PDF or the two article that I have already downloaded from the different online sources. I just given them the number. So what I do, I just drag and drop to the software. See, I just copy that into the software. Just wait for a few seconds. So this article will be uploaded to this Zotero software. Wait for a few seconds. So let's upload to the another. If you see the first one article, the first one PDF is uploaded. So once I have uploaded that, so software will automatically configure that particular article according to the according to the the title and the author's name and the abstract. So it has been already done by the software itself. That is nothing to do with the nothing to we can do with the manually. So if you see the all the article, it has been configured or uploaded onto the uh, this Zotero software. So there is another one thing. If you found that there will be some article, you cannot download that article. If you see the PubMed article, so you can download that by using Sci-Hub, and there will be another sources will be available to download that. But I wanted to just show you that some of article will be there. We can download that particular article. So at that time, you can configure that particular article with your Zotero software by using the DOI number, or we can say also the PubMed ID which has been given to that particular article. So if you see, there is an article that I have taken for the as example, and I wanted to show you. If you see there is a one DOI number, it has been given. So what I do, I just copy the link. I just copy the link of that DOI number. I just go to my software. There will be one icon. If you see the pencil like icon will be there. So you just need to copy that DOI number over here and just click on the enter. So when you do that, so see, this article will be automatically configured to the this Zotero software. There is no need to download that particular article manually, and after that you need to upload that particular PDF file over here. So this this is totally this this issue will be resolved over here. So you can just copy that DOI number. And, if you see the article, it has been configured to the Zotero software. So there is one another thing will be there. You can also configure with the PMID. So I just taken one example. So I just put that PMID over here, paste it, and just click on just press the enter. So you see the article, it has been configured automatically depending on the PubMed ID that I have been put on here. So this is how you can configure all the article to your or upload to the Zotero software. There is one more thing. If you see, we cannot sometimes we are not able to upload the books. So if you want to give the reference for the book, that we are not able. You can do that by using the ISBN number if you have. If you do not have, there will be one more suggestion. If you select there is a plus like icon will be there. Just click on the book. Once you click on the book, there will be an at the right side there will be an one pop-up will be there. You just need to mention the title of book, the author of the book, and the there is not mandatory to paste the abstract, but all the type of books and that all the information that you need to put. And after once you added this all the information, these books will be automatically configured with your hotel. So this is regarding how to upload and configure the document or the article or books to the Zotero system. So this is an one part that I have divided. Second part is the citation. So when you are downloaded the Zotero software install your system, so if you see in your Microsoft Word files, the Zotero, there will be one tab will be there for Zotero. So it has been automatically configured to your article. Okay, so sorry, your Microsoft Word file. So I just wanted to give the first one first, the first citation which of this article, that is a Kalpena et al. What I do, I just click on. So here I wanted to do the references. What I do, I just click on the citation. So this type of pop-up will be reflecting in front of you. That is nothing but which citation style that you wanted to do. So if you see, there are multiple citation style which will be available in this tools. So accordingly, according to your journal that you wanted to publish, that you need to select. So generally I select the Vancouver style for the citation. So just select that Vancouver style and click on OK. So once you click on OK, there will be one more pop-up. If you see, this type of pop-up will be reflected. So I wanted to do citation over here of a Kalpena Vitan. So just type the name of that author. So if you see, the Kalpena ETL article will be in the data of this will be reflected. I just click on that and just click on the enter. So if you see, takes time, the citation will be reflected over here. If you see, the one number it has been given to this particular paragraph. Secondly, I wanted to do the second, that is the SNETA. So just just go over here, or any where you wanted to do that particular citation. So just select SN data. I just select that and click on enter. The software is give the number, second number, second citation will be there. The third one citation that I wanted to give is the this is the advanced drug delivery. You can search with the name of that particular author, and also you can search with the title as well. So I just search with the the author name, so it will easy for me to search that particular article. So the next citation that I wanted to give is the